So today's going to be a lot of fun. First, we're going to use the A2, which is the same basic thing as the AD100, and the one modifier with a grid and without a grid. It's hard to get off. So like I said, if you have the AD100 or the V1 or the A1, this modifier works with it. I love this modifier. I like it a little bit more than the Fresnel, but it's a nice little system. But the first part of this shoot is going to be the different things you can do with this, just with this and a reflector, without a reflector, and you're going to be kind of impressed with that. The next thing we're going to do is straight beauty dish and a softbox claiming to be a beauty dish. Now, you can come a little close, but this is still a softbox. If you take the diffusion off, because it has the deflector plate in it, it can give you somewhat of a look of a beauty dish, but it's still not a beauty dish kind of look. But it comes close. This is the Westcott Rapid box. I have it for Pro Photo. I really like this thing. I actually think this is a great box. And I'm using it more and more, but it just because you put beauty dish on it doesn't mean it's a beauty dish. But it comes close. That being said, next thing I'm going to show you swimming pool, and well, it's actually a floater for a pool, but I'm using it as a swimming pool, and a portable shower for camping. And that'll come at the end of the video, and it'll show you how I got this shot. Anyway, it should be a fun shoot. This worked out pretty well, this little makeshift rain kind of thing. I wish it had a wider, head on it, but it doesn't. So I made do with what I had, and it was just fun to shoot. But honestly, like one speed light, monolight, whatever you want to call it, and some different modifiers, you can do so much with this kind of stuff if you just play. And I know, like, I still get a lot of comments that, I don't use flash, it's scary, it doesn't come out. You just have to play with it and make mistakes so you can fix them. I make plenty of mistakes. I made some in this water shoot, I'll tell you. But you can fix them then, and the more you play with it, the better you'll get. I promise you. Find somebody you can abuse in front of the camera with this, and they could just sit there and text on their phone while you play with the lights, and every once in a while have them look up. But we're going to go through the different things, and here's the shoot. Enjoy, and thanks for watching as always. So we're starting off with the A2 and that reflector. This is the Click Magnum. And again, it does work on the V1, the A1, the A2, the AD100. It works perfectly fine on all of them. So no matter what light you have, it'll work. Now I'm starting off with just the light and the reflector. I'm using the silver side to get that pop. Now here's the issue with this. Number one, this is Zoe. If you remember her, she's now blonde. So light is going to just blare off that blonde hair, and it's going to give me hot spots. And obviously it's too much. So I have to angle that light just a little bit more. And this is trial and error, especially when you're doing something like this, because I want that light coming from that side, but I also want to fill in, more than fill in on the other side. I want that kind of a butterfly lighting, if you will, with just one light. And this is like perfect for me. The hair is still a little hot, but I can take care of that in post even more. I threw this backdrop in through that on one photo suite or something. It looked nice, so I wanted to try it. That's a nice little suite, by the way. If you haven't heard of it or haven't used it before, it actually works pretty well. Anyway, so now I threw the grid on it, so I can take that light even more off of the hair. By throwing the grid on it, it's going to allow me to focus the light directly on the reflector, and it gives a really nice look. It's a softer light, a more natural light, and it just worked for me. You can't really do that with a softbox. You can, but it's not I don't know, there's just a certain look you can get with when you're reflecting light like that. Now I wanted to try this without the grid on full length photos, and it was really good coverage head to toe. Obviously it's farther away from her, it's a little bit harder, but I love the look of it. Now I just kept the light the way it was, just dropped it down lower for these lower shots. It was beautiful coverage. I love the look. I like hard light, and there's something unique about this light coming from this Click Magnum that I don't get with other reflectors. I'm really not really sure what it is. I didn't test on what the power boost was, but my power was pretty low in this light. I did shoot this all in manual, but I just didn't pay attention because I just wanted to have fun instead of doing the technical stuff. And this is beautiful. Like, it has that harsh look without being too hard, and it also has a soft look, which that's kind of unique to me. So I'm going to explore this with another shoot coming up because I'm just impressed with this light modifier that it can give this kind of look. I love the shadows. I love the look and the final image. They just look beautiful. Now I'm just going to throw it behind her for more dramatic look. And remember, this is all one light, and these last ones are just no reflector, just the one light, nothing else. This is straight Magnum, no grid, and I just want that dramatic kind of look. And this produced is a beautiful black and white image. It's everything you can want in a photo. And because of the white backdrop, I don't have to worry about the second light for separation. Now, I moved over to the Rapid Box because I really want to play with this some more. It has the diffuser plate in it, and it has the front diffusion on it. It's a nice look, but it's too high. For this kind of shot, for the eyes closed or something like that, no issues whatsoever. But I just want to show you the close-up of this because of this light angle. When you see this photo and I zoom in on it, you're going to see like the eyes are dead because the eyes didn't pick up the light. There's no catch light whatsoever. And that really deadens the eyes. Just lower it, keep it at the same angle, it'll work fine. Now this, I just wanted to try it as a beauty dish, if you will, because they put it on the box. Anyway, it has a nice look. Don't get me wrong. I love the look of it. I think it's a great look, but it's softer. It's not that crisp. I don't even know how to say this, but it's not the crispness of a beauty dish. Even a silver beauty dish is fantastic, but the white beauty dish gives me that little edge of crispness on the photos, and you can see it. I can see it at least. You can see that spot on her face where the light is just, I don't know, it's perfect for her face. I love this look, and that's why I use a beauty dish. And I don't use a sock over the beauty dish or a grid. I've used grids on beauty dishes, but it's not the beauty dish look. For me, a straight beauty dish look is just spectacular, and you can do so much with it. Anyway, now we're going to set up for the water shoot. Now, I've never done one of these in the studio before in my life. I've done waterfall shoots, but never like this. And I really wanted to play with the, freezing the water drops. So that bag it came in a pinch. It was great. It's just a portable shower for camping that I got off of Amazon. This is a float device. It's not even a pool. I just didn't inflate the center section. I just inflated the outside section. I just wanted to catch the water so the floor wouldn't get soaking wet. And I'm just modifying lights here, to get the shot that she wants. She wanted the wet look. She didn't want the actual water, the rain kind of look. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to get the shot I want because I wanted to play with water, actual falling water. And then she wanted the wet look. So I'll get her shot, get my shot, and we'll just have fun doing it. These photos, by all means, aren't perfect for the water shot because I definitely could have set this up a lot better and should have taken more time with it. But again, she was just going to wet her hair in the sink and get the wet look. But I figured, hey, do you mind doing this while we're doing this? I did make the water warm, so it wasn't bad. And I wanted to freeze the droplets. They're not perfectly frozen because I only have the D2 on freeze mode. That's the one behind her. The B1X I didn't put on freeze mode because I wanted the color consistency for her shot. Like no matter what, the client shot is the most important thing. The playing is just for fun, and it's for me. And I mean, the photos come out beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, they're great photos. They work great. You can see that the front part of this, the water drops aren't completely frozen because the B1X isn't set on freeze mode. With the black backdrop, you can really, it's a lot more apparent. But this is the shot she wanted. This is all she cared about. In post, this is going to be beautiful. I just have to take down that back just a little bit, that light. I did have it set a little bit too high. But as far as fun factor, this was a blast. And I had this very minimal water anywhere. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shoot, and thanks for watching as always.